I was just,
there.
it was kind of
I've heard
a
the
bit
rumors.
sore, and I was like rubbing the rib, and then all of a sudden it like clunked, and I'm like, oh, that can't be good.
Clunk.
Welcome back to episode 46 of Read This Way.
Where we love to talk about weird body defects. No, I mean,
yeah,
manga and anime.
I mean, yeah,
that too. I mean, we do
of-
love to talk about body horror. It's one of our favorite subjects.
It is.
Yes, indeed.
What's going on, Logan?
What's going on?
Do you have much
I'm
news
actually
for us?
I'm just scrolling through the news right now to see if there's actually anything that's taken my fancy. I've been seeing so much behind the scenes content floating around for so much anime at the moment. It's been blowing my mind. Twitter has been going bananas with Ganga and all those other great little sequences of behind the scenes animation. Mappa's definitely been dropping a lot of extra panels and stuff. So if you're really curious about the process of how this stuff's done, or the visual styles and you know how it gets from storyboard to finished product, you know, their feed on Twitter is actually really good. They drop a lot of work on there.
If I remember,
and also
I'll retweet more often.
I should too.
I've been like distancing social media wise, so
yeah, I've actually been on Twitter way more than most of the other platforms, mainly because I've had that big feed of animation running through. So I've just been like, I'm not. Like, yes, I don't even like the man. I don't even like the man. But the problem is he may have actually fixed it, which I don't want to say because you know, I don't know.
I don't think he's done anything good for the platform, but the platform was already kind of a dumpster fire. It's just a different kind of dumpster fire now.
Yeah, but it's dumpster fire.
They're all dumpster fires, to be honest. So. Well, I mean, the animation stuff was always there.
Yeah, I know, and I guess that's just caught my eye a lot more lately. Which is great. And Sakuga. I don't know. Sakuga is of course short sequences of really nice animation.
Yeah.
But Sakuga is an app that they've rolled out recently, which you can buy. So you can buy this app, and the studios upload Sakuga that have everything from the layout sheets to the finished product, and you can replay each sequence and actually look at how they constructed it. And it's actually really beautiful to look at, to see all this work, because it's all hand-drawn stuff. It's not digital production. So they've scanned all this stuff in and let people, you know, view what the process is like, which is great.
Nice.
I think it's putting a fire under a lot of people and giving them a bit more desire to push the boundaries, produce indie work, and and teach them a little bit more.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I mean, it's not really news, but it's new stuff for me, I guess. Yeah.
There's a few things going on, hiatus or breaks at least. It's technically a hiatus if they go on break for a week. It's just a really short hiatus. That's really short.
That's not a hiatus, though. That's just a break.
Really short.
Like there's a difference between a hiatus and a break.
Is there?
Yes. Yeah.
The hiatus could be like this big or this big. It could be varying degrees of big.
It's usually implying that it's a lot bigger than a break.
I know. I'm scaring everybody.
Yeah. And what is it that's breaking?
I'll tell you once we get there.
Come on, bring it up. Have you got it up yet?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the opening.
The opening? Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't even notice. I just kept talking.
Oh, shoot.
Maybe.
So
Just keep going.
Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, My Hero Academia. I think that's it. I think it's those three that are going on like a
So Jujutsu
break.
Kaisen,
Oh,
My
and
Hero
One
Academia.
Piece, but that was scheduled.
That's so the big three currently running.
Oh, okay. So it's not all at the same time. So My Hero's on a sudden break in Jump issue 26 due to production reasons. And then you've got Jujutsu Kaisen and Black Clover going on break in 27. And One Piece is going on break. I had it. Where did it go? It might be 26 as well. No, I think it's next week. Or it'll be Blue Bonus. Yeah, 26.
Dude needs to chill. Need to let him not die, remember?
I know. He's so good at doing the like pacing things out and like just doing the here's a massive bombshell that you've been waiting years for and going on break next week. Bye.
Except I'm just gonna leave it on the teetering on the edge of the cliff. I'm not actually gonna push it over. I'm just gonna I'm gonna let you stew on that for 2 weeks and do the whole
and then he comes back and he's like, psych.
We're actually cutting to a different story. There's nothing worse, is there?
Nah, he's actually it was funny because like last time he did break, everyone was like, we're not gonna find out what happens back at the Reverie. And then we came back in and it was still in the Reverie, so everyone was like, oh, okay. I'm not
here.
mad. I'm just really surprised.
Because they love leaving you on cliffhangers like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of hiatus, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Ruri Dragon being on hiatus.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it was. Wasn't that August? Wait.
I said we're coming up. We're coming up.
I just I was just like, hang on, when are we?
Right now.
Well, when you said coming up, I was like, oh, in the next month. It's like 3 months away. Ish.
Yeah, but it's still, it's still a big deal, really.
We're also coming up on Christmas too, but
shut up. Man, just shut up. Not doing news anymore. You do the news.
Oh, actually, I just remembered. I need to catch up on Skeleton Double.
Is he still releasing?
Yeah, it came off hiatus, and I haven't gone back to it yet. There was also, I think Stage S is still on hiatus though. I'm just gonna quickly check. That's not the correct website at all. I started typing out Stage S instead of Manga Plus. Got a bit ahead of myself. It's still on hiatus. Oh no, it was August. All right, let me check Ruri Dragon while I'm here. I think Ruri Dragon was on hiatus before Stage S was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
But
only a few weeks difference, wasn't it?
Yeah. All right, I'll look for it the hard way. Where are you? R. Man, there's a lot of T's. There you are, Ruri Dragon.
Shibitarian's releasing every 2 weeks. That's throwing me off.
Actually, you're correct, Logan. We are coming up on the the hiatus for Ruri Dragon.
Sorry, didn't quite hear that.
I mean, we still are a couple of months out, but it wasn't August like I thought. It was. It was the end of July.
Well, it's close enough to August, really.
I know, yeah.
Let's just agree to both be wrong, hey?
All right, I'm cool with that. And what happened to Tanuki? Tokyo Shinobi Squad? Did that? Wow, I got shit canned way back.
Tokyo Shinobi Squad?
Yeah.
That was a thing? I don't know. I don't think I ever read it.
Yeah. Back to news. Sakamoto Days will be revealing new information on a special collab in week 27 of Shonen Jump.
Oh, it's going to be something about shoes, right?
Probably.
Yeah. I just that's the vibes. They keep saying, something's gonna happen, and we're just like anime, and then they're like, no,
Pet
clothing,
clear files,
stationery.
Me and Roboco is holding a special event the same week.
Nice.
So there's like news of news coming. Witch Watch is doing its first character popularity poll. Had a mini stroke there for a second.
Wasn't Tite gonna release some information about Bleach guy?
Oh yeah, it's like the end of May, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
They said there was going to be news like a month ago, and I lose track of time like that.
Again, they like the blue boil.
I just forget.
Yeah.
I'm not like those people who sit there going, well, this is good. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. And I'm just like, what's going to happen? You tell me when that happens.
Dr. Stone has got a Jump music video. Like Jump's doing their own AMVs now.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. It's like animated manga as opposed to more the anime. It looks nice.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. So does that mean they're hiring musicians to do songs, or they're buying songs?
Nah, I think they're just it could very well just be the like the OP songs, and they're just doing like a thing. I don't know.
You're probably right. Yeah. Probably right.
But I mean, it's a cross promotion thing as well. So I don't see it. I'd see it being more of like a partnership. Like whoever they're partnered with, they'd be like, "Hey, we've got this. What music can you give us for it?" And they'd be like, "You can have this." That's how I see it going down anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be some sort of collaboration with shoes and clear files.
Sure. Wow. Oshinoko by Aka Akasaka, just like saying their name. And Okaeri Manga has reached 8 million copies in circulation with 11 volumes now.
Nice. Nice. The anime's definitely boosted its popular. I mean, it was popular before, don't get me wrong, but the anime always pushes.
Akane Banashi's reached 800,000 with 5 volumes, so that's pretty impressive.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Akane is very trimmed down. I think people like that.
Yeah. I really, really enjoyed last week's, not the one that just dropped, but the one previous where she went drinking with her dad. So good.
Yes. Yeah, we'll have a chat about that a bit later. Because I only just read it, so it's nice and fresh in my head.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. I've got some. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, I do have one more bit of news. Did you ever read Jigan?
No, I don't think I did ever read Jigan.
You sure?
Because that's
how it's pronounced.
I saw this. This looked really cool. Yeah, I know.
I like. Yeah, no, I never read it either. It looks cooler, but the mangaka is getting a new series. Coming to. Oh, sorry, no, publishing a new one shot. Coming to Shonen Jump Plus. But yeah,
for some odd reason, 14... I think I sent that to you on Twitter. I may have.
or I sent it to you. One or the other. I can't remember.
One or the other.
Because I remember seeing it and I was
come
like,
up.
that looks cool.
Yeah.
And
I
I've
saw
heard
the
of
illustration.
Jagan, but yeah.
I might not have actually read what it was.
I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be fun to say." We're gonna talk about that in the show.
Jagan! It's got to be yelled
Yeah.
as well because it's got an exclamation at the end, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
These are all the covers for Oshinoko. I think they look pretty cool.
Nice and colorful, yeah. Look good. You know, there is a interesting bit of news that I've just rediscovered.
Shoot.
Warner Brothers doing One Piece.
You spoiled my freaking. Fine.
I'm sorry. I was just scrolling through the messages, and I'm just like, "Hey, man, what about this thing?"
The thing, yeah. So it was like a rumor. Yeah. Hang on. Because I was gonna segue from because I was gonna talk about covers. So we've got some cover leaks as we usually do. This is not World Trigger.
Let's do it like I said nothing. I've said nothing.
We got
I saw that.
I
got really confused because I saw the World Trigger cover and
I was like,
what?
oh yeah, wait, no, that's me and Rubicur.
Radio.
Ichinoso Family.
Volume 2.
Holy crap, man. That is going all kinds of directions. Talk about that later.
Yeah, it's getting
we also have Cipher Academy new cover. Oh, sorry, color page.
That looks so good. That makes me want to read it, but I know I won't.
And we've got volume cover for Fabricant 100 volume 2.
Interesting. Yeah. I like the style in that.
I don't know why I just couldn't get into it.
I couldn't actually get past the first chapter. I don't know. It just didn't.
It's watery.
The character, the way they wrote the characters just didn't sit with me the way I like.
It's
and there's nothing wrong with
that. And here's the segue. Is the king.
The king. There he is.
King. But yeah, One Piece are going to be collaborating. I don't know if it's an official collaboration with Warner Bros. Or if it's just one of the Warner Bros. Animators is coming across to do work on. Well, nah. All right, minor spoilers for One Piece from a year ago. If you're not reading the manga, you probably already know about it, to be honest.
Yeah, because they've done it in the anime already, haven't they?
No, they're just about to. That's what the Warner Brothers series coming in for. So he's coming
fair warning. You've had fair warning.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of showed it off a little bit in Film Piece. One Piece Film Red.
Yeah, I saw that at the end. I'm just like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Like it's a fun movie. I wouldn't necessarily say it's peak One Piece.
That's good because it didn't. I mean, it was okay. It's okay.
Yeah, and see that's the thing with the movies, right? Is they always look fantastic, like animation wise, because that's where they're putting all the money. But they've got to, I don't know, have this stipulation where they have to introduce everybody to what One Piece is, because it's not like it's been going for the last nearly 30 years. But they're gonna be like, oh, here's all the characters, this is what they're all doing, and so you lose like a good
20 minutes to 30 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. Of just like recapping, I guess. I don't know. It's more of like a One Piece showcase at the start.
Yeah. If you like this, watch the show. Read the manga.
But yeah, so Luffy's newest transformation, which has been over a year now in the manga, is very. It's basically rubber hose animation. It's very Looney Tunes. It's doubling down into the cartoony aspect that Oda has pretty much had from the beginning. And big reveal, you've been lied to for the last 25 years. And yeah, so it's very fitting that we're getting a Warner Brothers animator coming in to assist with the animation for the Gear 5th transformation, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
It's going to be interesting, and I personally want to see it. I want to see how this
It's gonna be goofy as hell, man.
Connects, and how it sort of synchronizes with everything else. I'm so intrigued by it.
I mean, well, it's basically just turning it up to 11 because it's already got those aspects in it. Like they've always had the really goofy reaction faces. It's just turning it up to 11 essentially, like the full eyes popping out, and like Luffy's abilities will extend to the people and area around him as well.
Everybody will get goofy, not just him.
Yeah, but not Goofy, more Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, well, who would want to be Goofy?
Yeah, I think that's kind of about it for news, to be honest. There's not really a whole heap going on.
No. Sorry I ruined that for you.
That's all right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, that's fine.
I feel like you're angry at me.
I'm not. I'm really not. Most of what I've been diving into is pretty much Zelda at the moment. Zelda and script writing is pretty much what I've been doing.
Yeah, and I've been coloring, man. So I've been hard at work as well.
Oh man, this is the first thing I found when I refreshed Twitter feed to see if I could find any more news, and it's just straight up this.
It's just freaking.
It's just dudes being dudes, bro. It's where the boys at?
Oh, those two are good fun. They last for all of 2 seconds. They've got one of the best lines in the book, though.
Yeah, they do. So what have you been reading, man?
Besides the weeklies, I read something that wasn't manga. I'm sorry.
Get out of here.
I'm sorry.
This ain't the platform for you.
But it was Black Sad. I read Black Sad.
All right.
Now I don't know. Do you know much about Black Sad?
Yeah, it's furry shit.
It kind of is. It's noir. It's classic, like 1920s to 40s noir.
But furry.
Yeah, it's furry. It's full furry. It's it's got some of the most beautiful artwork in it because it's all watercolored work, and the writing's really good. It's got all the fat's trimmed off, so there's no wasting time or anything like that. It cuts between scenes quite quickly to keep the story shifting along. Nice. It's a really good read. Really good read. So if you guys out there enjoyed, I'm going to say Beastars because that's probably the closest thing I can think of. That's got a little bit. It's got mystery in it, and Beastars is a little bit hard boiled. When you look at it, it's got that sort of component to it.
It leads a little. I would say that Beastars leans more into queer than Black Sad does, from what I'm aware of.
Well, considering the period of time that it's placed in, the idea of queer wasn't really.
Yeah.
I mean, the racial segregation in there is just ridiculous. They no holds barred. It's pretty full on. So the way they attack, that sort of 1920s America is pretty aggressive.
It's like Zootopia, but good.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's like if you took Zootopia and the MC was voiced by Jack Nicholson, that's it's really yeah, it's good. It's a lot darker. It's got some really good characters. So that is a recommendation from me if anybody wants something a little bit different than manga to read.
Yeah.
Besides that, it's been weeklies, man. I've just been enjoying. What?
I've been catching up on a bunch of stuff. I don't think I've actually read anything new.
Yeah, you've been playing catch up on a few series, haven't you?
Yeah. I still
like cheat skill. I mean, you're catching up on that, right?
I mean, I watched it. Did I read it?
You said you were going to read it. You said you were going to read it.
You said you were going to read it, and I said, "Sure, man, I'll do it too if you do." And how was?
Then neither of us did.
Yeah, cool.
It worked out. It all worked out in the end.
Good.
Yeah. So what have you been catching up on? What's happening?
I caught up on Nue's Exorcist. So I read a chapter.
You read 2 chapters.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I read both of them today. So
yeah. And what do you think? Since you didn't have anything to say about it last week,
it's fun, if not generic.
Yeah. It's
so far. Yeah,
feels like it could have a bit of growth. There's not a lot of lore put into place yet. It's kind of like a mix between High School DxD and Bleach.
I'm not seeing the High School DxD, but sure.
It's the in-school demons and that kind of environment.
I'm sorry. When you say High School DxD,
you just went straight for the... I know exactly what you went for.
The 2 Ds in the title also could be referred to as a double D.
Double D? Well, when you read it, it's meant to be High School DD anyway, because... Yeah.
For some reason, they put X's in things, and we're not meant to pronounce them.
You're not meant to pronounce them. They're just meant to be, doubles. I wonder what that is.
I don't know. I
wonder if it's a branding thing. Anyway, it's a weird mix of things.
I'm doing some research on the fly.
That was actually that wasn't... I was just thinking high schools and demons. That's... and like female lead character.
I'm sorry, but it's all
what I went into. I know, and I'm just thinking back, and I'm like, that series is really, really horny. And
insanely so.
Yeah, it's a good show though.
So I haven't read any of this person's work, but the Fumi Yoshinaga has got a adaptation of one of her series coming to Netflix that looks pretty dope. It's a period piece, which we all know that I'm a big slut for. So it's called Uku, The Inner Chambers. I have no idea what it's about. Oh, cool. Harem.
Inner Chambers sounds... it was either going to be horror or harem.
It could be both.
Well, now
it's a shoujo series. So I'm
still not going to try.
So it ran from 2004 to 2020.
6 years. It's a fair run.
You want to try that again?
16.
There you go.
Yeah. Been a long day.
Yeah, tell me about it. I woke up with a migraine.
Oh, yeah, don't wake up with those.
Nah, I was like, well, time to try that again, and then went back to sleep.
Go back to sleep. This isn't happening.
So its genre is a historical fantasy romance. So I don't know, could be good. I I mean, the animation look. I'd show you guys, but I am not allowed to anymore because
we'll
YouTube.
get banned. We'll get
But this is what it looks like, and it looks pretty, and it's coming out soon.
Studio? Who's studio?
Netflix.
No, the actual. You're not the distribution company.
Got him. Hang on, let me look. I don't recognize any of her other works. The Moon and the Sandals, Ichigenmi, The First Class in Civil Law. It looks like she's a prolific shoujo mangaka, which is probably why I haven't heard of half of these. All of these. I'm not gonna sugarcoat myself there. I haven't heard of it.
Hey, it is what it is, you know. It's you know, you can't know everything, can't read everything. Give me information, God.
I'm getting there.
No, not you. I'm trying to find information on it, because there's manga for it, there's live action film for it, there's a television drama for it. There is, oh my God, there's so much stuff.
Studio Dean.
Studio Dean.
That's why it looks pretty.
Yeah, these guys have actually done some pretty solid work.
But they also have some pretty stinkers, like Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
Wait, did they do all of Seven Deadly Sins? Or did the studio might have got
Judgment?
Oh no.
Wrath of the Gods 19.
I don't know.
They might
Is that
not
a movie?
have done yeah, I think they've done. Oh no, they're series. They have done films and OVAs.
Is that one of the?
Wow, they've been at it for a while.
I don't know what season that is.
85. They've been at it since 85. They have been working on a lot of the Seven Deadly Sins stuff, so I imagine that's them. Full stop. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out.
I have feelings about Seven Deadly Sins, and none of them are good. Oh, they also did Rurouni Kenshin. Huh.
Yeah, they also did Unlimited Blade Works.
Oh.
Oh, and that was pretty damn impressive. So I think it's just going to be a matter of who the director is going to be.
It's a pretty big mixed bag there. Like you've got Konosuba, Fate Stay Night, Higurashi, Seven Deadly Sins. Is this a zombie of dead?
That's a fun series. Have you watched that?
Oh no, wait. No, that is the same one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's dumb as hell.
yeah. But it's funny, right? It's good laugh.
Is this a zombie?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag.
They've done some good stuff. They've done some good stuff. They've done some stinkers. You're right. It looks like they've actually poured a lot of money into it, though. Probably because it's a highly regarded series.
They also did Ranma Half.
What, the original?
It is. Yeah, it is a serious mixed bag here.
Yeah. Like I said, they've been at it for a
Initial
while.
D season 3. Look out. Oh, they also did the Junji Ito collection. I mean, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody, though. Like, how do you adapt that into... Like, there's not really any good horror anime, is there?
It's hard to do... It's hard to do psychological thriller the way Junji is, just in general, on any platform in any particular way, because everybody's going to experience it differently. And trying to transcribe your variation or your version of what you think that horror is meant to be is going to fall flat on its face every time.
Yeah.
Because everybody's experience with reading the books is different. Because every time I read them, they're not scary for me. I just love the weird body horror, shit that happen. I read them and go, whatever. I think all that early childhood horror trauma that I've had has just, desensitized me to any form of actual horror.
Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, you go ahead and show that 10-year-old Nightmare on Elm Street. They'll be scarred for the rest of their life, and nothing will.
I mean, maybe when it came out.
Oh yeah, when there's nothing else to reference it with. when they, that is
because today it's kind of goofy.
A little bit because of the fashion and all the other stuff, but if you compare it to the current running horror films,
we're talking about the
Johnny holds up.
Nightmare and
the original.
It's goofy as hell,
but it's good.
It is good, but it's not scary. It's like watching The Exorcist. Like, if you were 10, back in the day, it was terrifying.
Yeah, but, now it's just funny.
Yeah,
because we've all seen the. Did you see the parody version of it?
No, I didn't. Oh wait, in Scary Movie?
No, with who's that guy from Naked Gun?
You
know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
he plays the priest in it. It's
is
hilarious.
that the one where he's on the toilet? Is that
where he keeps the mic on and he goes to the toilet? Yeah, that's Naked Gun.
No. I think I'm thinking of Scary Movie then, when they did a scene from The Exorcist, and like goes to the toilet.
I think what I'm talking about is probably a little bit out of your age range.
I know it's not Liam Neeson, but that's the only name that's coming to my brain. Oh God, I'm gonna need to.
Yeah, it's got neat. It does have an N in it.
Cool. It's Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, okay. I was pretty close. I was pretty close.
Repossessed, it's called.
I haven't seen
back in 1990. That was rolled out. Oh, so funny.
Before I was alive.
So ridiculously funny. Every person should watch that. It's kind of one of those hidden gems. It really is.
I mean, it's got Leslie Nielsen. I almost called him Liam Neeson again. Anything with him.
To see those two guys in a movie together. How good would that be?
It would be really good.
Like a buddy cop movie. It would be so good.
Except he's been dead for 13 years. So.
Shut up. He hasn't.
I'm sorry.
They're reconstructing with all that wonderful digital technology they have.
We do have the technology. We can rebuild.
Did you see the movie posters? Everybody would get their names mixed up. It would be so funny.
It's can we actually just have like a biopic where Liam Neeson is playing Leslie Nielsen?
The dream. That is the dream right there.
Oh, we are getting so off topic.
I know, but it's funny. It's funny. So there's another non-anime recommendation for you. Repossessed.
And all the Naked Gun movies.
And all the Naked Gun movies, because the dude's a legend.
There's like really 3
is a comedic legend.
Well, there's Naked Gun 1, 2, and 2.5.
There's Naked Gun 1, Naked Gun 2.5, and then Naked Gun 3 3/4, I think it is.
Is that how it is?
Yeah, I think so.
I know it was like some weird. Oh yeah, no, it's 33.25.
Yeah,
sorry, 33 1/3. It's so stupid.
Everything about them is so stupid.
I don't know if I've seen 33 1/3 actually.
They're pretty unhinged. They really are.
Yeah. That's parody done right, as opposed to
it is. It really
parody
is.
done wrong.
I don't know if it is parody. I think it's trying to take itself seriously.
It is. Have you been keeping up with Marriage Toxin? Because I need to catch up.
I haven't actually seen it on the release list lately. I thought it might have been on a hiatus or a break or something.
New one
Maybe
today.
I've just been missing. Oh, it's there. I've just been missing what's happening.
Yeah, we suck. Yeah, no,
let me
it's
just,
definitely been coming out.
Shut up.
Hey, I'm very behind.
I want to see how far behind I am. You see, no, the chapter that came out this week. So there was one this week, one last week, but before that, we didn't see one since the 29th of the 3rd.
Was it?
So since last month, we've only had 3 chapters since last month.
Yeah, I'm still behind though. What? No, yeah. What are you talking about?
I'm looking at these dates and I'm just like, I'm so confused.
Chapter 45 came out the 26th of April, dude.
45?
Yeah.
I've only got 43.
So up the top, it'll actually have because it's on the app, it's in blocks of 50. But because there's been extra chapters, like there's like 9 extra bonus page chapters.
It's been a long day. A long day.
No, I'll give that one to you because I've done it multiple times myself.
Yeah, I'm like, it's only going to 48. What's going on? I'm so confused.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, I see that now. I see that now. Okay, cool.
Oh, actually, I think the last chapter I read was there was like this weird body horror corpse thing. It was.
I'm getting onto that tomorrow.
Weird.
I'm getting onto that tomorrow.
I need to catch up. I just remembered that was really cool. It was like one of the beast users uses the corpses of beasts, and the head beast dude was like crafting some.
Oh yeah,
Chimera in name only. Yeah. Like it's like a mishmash of different things.
I've read up to 48, so I finished that arc.
Oh, see, I'm still in that little arc. Yeah.
No, I finished that beast arc. But yeah, that was Full Metal. It was great.
Speaking of Full Metal, worst segue in the world, because absolutely nothing. What are your thoughts on our 2 new creating stuff mangas? Tenmaku Cinema and Beaten Motion. Had to think about that for a second. Because they're both very similar, but both very different.
Very different. Very different.
Yeah.
So this one is I mean, it's they both play to me in different ways. So Tenmaku, I get. I love it. All the characters are written really well. Everything feels really natural. The characters that need to stand out. The story's not sloppy. It's pushing along really.
Did I lose you? Are you frozen? Oh no, Logan! He's dead! Well, I'll continue. Shit, I don't know where you're going with this. Tenmaku Cinema is like I feel like the difference is between the protagonists. So at the core, both of them are about creating projects. Beaten Motion is all about animation and music, more so on the animation side of things. And then you've got Tenmaku Cinema, which is a dude possessed by a screenwriter. Hey, Logan.
What happened then?
I don't know, man. You died.
I did. I was there, and then my Wi-Fi just switched off.
You were like this, and then I'm like, uh-oh. I don't know where he was going. I tried taking over, but I just started talking about. I started talking about the MCs, and I feel like that's the biggest difference between the two. Where
yes and no. No, there's quite a lot of differences between them when you break it down. So the MCs are, of course, dramatically different. So one is full on passionate about doing what he wants to do, and the other one is reluctantly passionate about what he's doing.
He's reluctantly crouched at the starting line.
One's still in high school surrounded by friends. The other one is out of high school surrounded by nobody.
It still feels like a high school drama, though.
But
I know that, like,
it's not. It's like
are they in college or something? Age. Yeah, I know. It's weird.
He should be, but he's not. He didn't go to college.
Isn't he?
Bummed out instead.
Are we talking Beat in Motion?
Sure,
right?
He's just working. Beat in Motion. I thought he was just working. I didn't think he was.
No, because the two animators, they're in his class.
What's he studying then?
Animation, I guess. It really hasn't been the focal point for
no,
it while.
really hasn't. It's like I wouldn't have a clue. I just feel like nobody's around him. He's by himself. He's a solo act, essentially. He's trying to accrue people that have the same mental position.
I mean, for the first 5 chapters, it's like him and the musician, and then she pretty much is gone off to get signed, which I'm hoping that we get a full chapter dedicated to her, because that'd be nice.
I don't think we'll see it fully.
I know, but I'd like to see more of the music.
I'd like to see them treat her like the other half of the MC.
Yeah.
Have 2 MCs. Give us more about her.
I know that Beat in Motion can be looked at as fully animation, but it's not how it comes across.
Fully especially music when you as well.
True. And the cover is both of them on there, and she's the more energetic. She draws your eye. He's boring. He is so plain. And
I think that's why I kind of connect to him. I get him. I understand him. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people out there who read this and go,
well,
yeah.
The big thing with Beat in Motion is that it's the rekindling of that fire. That's what's currently going on, because he has the skills and he just needs to polish them up and develop further on that and have a team around him and things like that. Whereas Tenmaku, he's straight up amateur high schooler. He has someone with him. Actually, he has 2 people with him that
guiding him
from
the industry.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean by
it's a very different standpoint. People. You got one person fighting to try and get into the industry, and you got another person who's got all the contacts.
Yeah, he's basically being forcibly guided.
Yeah, into the environment. So they are 2 very different perspectives on the same sort of passion. I want to say.
Well, but then you've
same
got,
idea of passion.
With Tenmaku Cinema, it's so much faster paced.
Huge fast.
We're about the same level chapter mark. It's chapter 6 to chapter 7, and it feels like Tenmaku Cinema is twice as fast, in terms of
so much more has happened.
Yeah.
And that worries me that he's going to run out of steam a lot quicker.
I don't know, man. There's a lot that goes into movies. You're aware of that.
Yeah. And that's what that's another reason why I love Tenmaku, because I'm a cinemaphile. I love cinema, and I love watching the way he's sort of pushing his passion into it, and sort of, even though he's reluctant because he doesn't want to attach his name to a story he hasn't written. Even though he's reluctant to do that,
I don't know how they're going to handle that. And I get that it's like the full literal metaphorical Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
But well, technically he did write it. He was just possessed by a ghost at the time.
And look, he can go ahead and say that, and people might believe him, or they might not.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, guy, he's possessed." You know, he was possessed by the spirit of creativity.
Well, essentially, he is.
And I mean, from a metaphorical standpoint, I get that, because like when you get in the zone and you're like, everything just starts flowing out of you, it does feel that way.
Yeah.
And then you try and recapture that the next day, and you can't, and you feel hollow, and and you're like, why can't it? Well, you worked yesterday. Why not today?
Yeah. Another thing I've noticed with Tenmaku is the chapters wrap up evenly. They haven't really left you with like a massive cliffhanger. They sort of go, oh, we're gonna go do something. They do the thing, and then they're kind of wrapped up at the end. Kind of. You know, there's been a couple of issues where where they've gone, oh, I got a moment, but that's very brief, and you kind of know what's going to happen after that.
Yeah.
Whereas
I can't decide which one
Motion,
I like more.
I like both of them. I do, but for different reasons. Beaten Motion definitely needs to pick up on their pace, though. Yeah. These last two issues that have happened should have been one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the other animated kid. It's a little bit much. Like, he feels a little over the top.
And that's because he was spanned across that big space. If he was, you know, cut back to just one chapter, it wouldn't have felt like so much.
I did like how they didn't even bother. Like, you had one chapter where it was like, oh, he was a fan of his when he was doing music, and then the next chapter, the main character finds out that by the other character. But so you get the resolution for him, but not the resolution between them.
I feel like there won't be any resolution between them per se.
I reckon there will be once he's done his
eventually. Like,
once he's completed that animation work and entered in their competition, I reckon that'll be the turning point.
That group there, that'll be a little studio they'll set up.
Yeah,
that dynamic is definitely going to push along better. But the fact that he was angry at him, not because it was because he was looking for trends.
I think he was more just trying
looking for the gimmick, because he was looking for the gimmick to try and win. He assumed that he had no passion. He was just there to try and win.
Yeah.
That's what he was angry at.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like the way they wrote it, the miscommunication was written into it. So when you were reading it, you were like, oh, wait a minute, what the hell's he angry at him about? Was it the music, or was it about, you know, being half-assed animator? Is it about, you know, what is it about? And you don't 100% work it out till the end of that more recent chapter. That's the whole reason for it.
He's just mad.
I just feel like it needs to pick up now, needs to push along, and needs to start to have a sense of urgency. And I think flipping between the two characters is going to generate that sense of urgency.
Yeah. I need that. I want that, but they're not giving it to us yet. And
well, you know what else they haven't given us?
Tell me.
Kaiju number 8, Trojan X.
It's been a little while actually for both of those.
Yeah.
We had the spreads, well, the art pieces.
Yeah. It just frustrates me. They're two titles I really, really love, but they're just not rolling them out quick enough. But I'm happy that they're taking their time.
Well, I think it was the last Trojan X one that we got the time skip?
It was after the time skip.
It was after the time skip?
Yeah, they did the whole thing
been...
on the plane. They did the reenactment of
yes,
the first
yes,
issue.
yes.
That's
where, right.
they
and
had them
Chidara
in the plane
was
and yeah,
all
it was
he was
Husk.
Like, yeah. So like, I'm a
so
little
funny.
I'm a little man.
Yeah,
Chidara?
and the isn't it Chandra?
I don't know. Could be.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's right. And then our boy.
Then he turns up at the end of the last page of the freaking chapter. I'm just
he's like,
who
are you supposed to be? He's like, I'm just a nobody. He's just hobbling
just
in.
a guy passing by. Yeah, on a crutch, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was back in April.
His way back. Yeah.
That was back in April. Sorry. And the start of April too.
So we're expecting a big chapter to drop at some stage soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think we should probably jump into the spicy.
The spicy bits?
Actually, seeing as you're all caught up now, Heavenly Delusions. I actually haven't watched the latest episode because I'm waiting for it to be dubbed.
What?
Yeah, I got attached to the.
You got attached.
I got attached. I really liked them. I thought they had some good personality behind it.
My mum's just texted me and said, "What was that show you wanted me to watch?"
Heavenly Delusion, Mum. Was it actually?
Yeah.
No, make her watch Cheat Skill.
Oh God, she would literally disown me. Oh no, I wouldn't. I don't wish it upon anyone, that series.
It's just
at the same time, you need to watch it because it's hilarious. Anyway, the Heavenly Delusions. I'm up to date. I've seen the latest episode, which is. I don't want to say anything. Let's just not say anything.
All right.
Because it is something else. I mean, the series has been good up until this point, and then you watch this and go, "This is it's on a different level."
I think it's a monthly release manga as well. It looks like it's only up to chapter 54.
Oh, really? So early.
Pardon me. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, so it's been in production since 2018 serialized in Kodansha's seinen manga magazine. God, I can't speak. Manga magazine monthly afternoon. God, that hurt my brain. So there's only 8 volumes.
It's a lot of title names.
There's so many M's.
A lot of M's. Yeah, so this show's blown me out of the water, man. It's so very good. And unlike anything else floating around.
Yeah. It is incredible. Actually, who's the writer that they have on?
I don't know. Because the writing is really good. Its character development and interaction is
that makes sense.
What did he do?
Psychopaths.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Another exceptionally written piece of work.
So he's a mangaka himself, actually, but also does, I guess, screenwriting for anime.
It's all for the money.
He also did a Berserk novel.
Oh, interesting.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, he's done Psychopaths, School Live, Yuri, Berserk 2016.
Oh no.
Revisions. I don't know if I've heard of that one actually. Magical Girl Asuka.
So
And
revisions that's a weird one. I'm pretty sure if it's the one I'm thinking it is. The Magical Girl series, man, you've not seen that?
no.
Spec Ops? That's brutal. It's like super brutal stuff.
I remember hearing about it, but I haven't watched it myself.
It's actually one of those ones that I found a little bit tough to watch because the brutality is sometimes unnecessary.
Oh, that's his manga as well, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Man, that says something about him.
Well, his manga is The Torture Club. Osama Tachi no Viking. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, very in the seinen vein. Magical space, magical girl, spec ops. Man, I am dyslexic as hell tonight. Deep Insanity, Nirvana, and Succubus and Hitman. So he's writing 2 currently.
Succubus and Hitman.
Actually, he's got 3 currently going.
Jesus. Is he just writing though, or is he?
Yeah, he's just writing.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just
I know. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. It's fine.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Revisions is not what I was thinking it was.
Were you thinking of Recreators?
No, I was thinking about something completely different. It's all right.
Oh, okay. It baffles me that it's on Disney Plus though.
Well, they've been buying up stuff.
I know.
They've been trying to squeeze their way in because everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie, the big anime pie at the moment, because it's
putting their fingers in pies.
That's right, in all the pies.
So to give you an idea of what else has come from the same magazine, you've got Blade of the Immortal, Blue Period.
Nice. Yes.
I'm trying to look at some of the others that I recognize. Land of the Lustrious.
Oh, nice. Man, there's some really good titles.
There's probably some more that I haven't actually, that I don't know that aren't jumping out. Vinland Saga.
Nice. What was the name of it again? Monthly.
Oh, Suzume is on there as well. The manga for the Makoto Shinkai story. Monthly Afternoon. Oh, dude, Parasite. Oh My Goddess. So those were the ongoing titles. So in the 80s they had Oh My Goddess, Spirit of Wonder.
There's some big titles.
Parasite, Compiler, Gunsmith Cats.
Oh, I love Gunsmith Cats.
Blade of the Immortal has been going for so long.
Is it still? I didn't think it was still going. I thought he finished that
up. Blame. It's got the guy who's doing writing on the anime for Heavenly Delusion has some tie in with Blade of the Immortal as well, and I think that's what's still ongoing.
Okay.
Yeah, because the original run wrapped up in 2012.
Yeah. I'm still trying to find some sort of list.
Oh, they also had Gankutsuo, the Count of Monte Cristo. The anime one there was a manga first, apparently. I didn't know that.
That notoriously awfully animated.
Hey. They tried something in
how are you possibly
they were trying it settles down after the first couple episodes, but those first couple of episodes are an assault on the eyes. In a cool way though, I feel.
And then the last The last few.
Oh, we don't talk
episodes
about the
have been
mech battle.
pretty
That
bad.
was that was oof.
Oof. Yeah.
They also had Mysterious Girlfriend X.
Oh, I love that series.
I know you do.
I do.
Garden of
I don't know
Words.
because it's
They seem
weird.
to have
I like
they
it.
seem to
'cause
have a
it's
lot
weird.
of movie tie-in mangas as well. So it looks like a lot of
Yeah.
Makoto Shinkai's stuff is mangified in their magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool. Sing a bit of harmony.
Wandering Island.
You're a wandering island. Anyway, we're getting off topic. What would you like to reveal about Heavenly Delusion?
What would I like to reveal is just
Yeah.
how goddamn beautiful it is. It's a contrast. It's like a really heavy contrast. You've got something that, you know, your story and your idea and the characters are all being put through this brutal landscape where anything that could go wrong tends to go wrong. And then
Did
you
we talk
mix
about
it with an
much last week?
We did have a sort of a quick run over what it was.
Okay. Which is a post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Question mark? It's an adventure series, like a mystery adventure sci-fi.
Yeah, it's a road trip.
Yeah.
Sci-fi.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Samurai Champloo.
It's got that kind of cool beat to it, doesn't it? Like it's an adventure like, that
it's the framework, not the setting, obviously, but
yeah.
It's got your instead of a cast of 3, it's got a cast of 2, and they're going from place to place, looking for the samurai that smells of sunflower or the doctor that performs the surgery. So it's like it's kind of got similar like core elements there.
And technically, and there's 3 of them, but it depends on the angle you're looking at there.
And like that that series, like Samurai Champloo, it toes the line between being an incredibly well-crafted, serious series and just fucking funny. Like so many funny parts.
So yeah, this is a dark comedy though. This is not your typical slapsticky humor.
I don't know, man. Sis, I got it in.
Yeah, I know. It's got some moments where you just like, okay, that's pretty damn funny.
Or the I'll let you touch my boob, and he's sliding down the wall before she's even finished
that was great.
The sentence. Oh, so funny.
Yeah, it's got some really really fun moments. Oh man, that whole sequence was so beautifully animated too.
And then it just down the wall. switches. It switches gears so fast. And then there's body horror in it as well. And because it is set in a post-apocalypse, I like that you have the old world meshing with the new current world. Like the old information. Not necessarily clashing, but there are like some.
Sometimes it gives me Blame vibes in the similar sense where you got you've got you got these communities that are surviving after the fallout of humans reaching a technological pinnacle, which means you've got a blend of things that are ridiculously overpowered and things like sticks and rocks. So it's it's got that parallel between the two. And the fact that she's traveling with essentially a beam cannon.
The mirror scheme.
Yeah.
I love the naming scheme. It's so
dumb. What was that sequence he was going to do with the bear? It was the dive, something dive. End dive or something like that he tries to pull off.
Yeah, and she calls
another.
it
That
the
was another
Maru
comedic.
hand.
Yeah, the Maru hand.
And he's like,
She's
"No,
just
I
got
don't like that."
No, doesn't sound right.
Yeah, and then he's all like, "Oh, I'm gonna do some real edgy teenager dumb bullshit," and then it backfires really hard.
Yeah, he's like,
turns
yeah,
out that's actually just an animal.
just a regular old bear.
I was like, it was very obvious, but it was still the payoff was.
Yeah, I mean the whole idea is they've never seen a bear. How would they know what a bear would look like? So,
well, but then they're all like, "It's just a regular bear."
Yeah.
So it's like, so you do know what a bear is?
Yeah, but most bears aren't half shaven.
Yeah, well, which makes me wonder again, what happened? Because the apocalypse has still not been explained. All we've kind of heard
Well, it
was
kind of did.
Was the AI apocalypse that?
Yeah, essentially the robotics caused the end of the world
and
in some way.
paranoia. But
Yeah, everybody was worried
but
about.
That was just a theory.
Yeah, so relevant to today.
I know.
You know, and the
basically Cold War happened, right? And then
yeah,
Cold War got hot.
Yeah, but this has got to take place like
semi-futuristic, right?
Like a solid. Oh, the weird thing is the way they talk about it. They're like, you still remember times before all this happened.
So it's been 15 years since the apocalypse, and one of our MCs was 5 years old when the apocalypse happened.
Yeah. But when you look at the landscape, you're just like, I get that nature recovers quickly, but
and it recovers really fast.
When you look at it, I'm just like, it's more than 15 years, surely enough.
Well, I would say the opposite. Nature reclaims really fast, and because there are still humans around is the reason why in certain pockets it hasn't reclaimed as fast. But like in the first couple of episodes when they're going into that house and there's the corpses that died due to starvation.
Yeah.
Like that house was well and truly taken over. But then you've got the
Yeah.
more city type areas which
where the
haven't
roads
been
are still there, and the buildings
because
are
there's
still intact,
humans. There's still kind of a little bit of maintenance going on.
Yeah.
And then you've got the B plot, which is maybe happening at the same time. It's really unclear. And they have it is full sci-fi there.
Yeah.
Not sure
full
if it's
AI technology and robots
sure
and cameras and
if they're the bad guys or if they're working on there's something going on there, but
there's been a lot of speculation online about this. So I've read a little bit. People are like,
really?
is this sequence actually taking place in the past and
the future?
Maybe, but
or the present. Who freaking knows?
Have you? Oh, you saw the bit on the boat. You've seen the bit on the boat where he explains why he's traveling.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you put that into play, you go, well, if that's the case, the person that we're following on the B story is technically his twin, right?
Well, and that's where the whole the trans aspect of everything kind of comes into it as well, because
man, everybody's a guy or gay or something,
or a
because
girl,
there's no rules.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's then there's like gender ambiguous characters that you're like, because he this particular character looks like one of the MCs and he's looking for his brother, you automatically go, oh, it's a dude.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Because he doesn't know.
And I'm like, I have no idea what's going on anymore or who anyone is anymore.
Yeah. Which makes me suspect that it's happening at the same time.
Or a bit before, maybe?
Just before. So by the time they get there,
I reckon it's
going to be
happened post-apocalypse, but whether or not it's current is another story.
yeah.
And then there's the body horror aspects and the mystery side of it, where there's the dude that's like drawing all of the weird creatures, but seemingly has no knowledge about them. But
So that's another thing that connects the 2 points, because if
there's the
he's,
human
if he's
experimentation as well.
Yeah, if he's readily drawing stuff that's happening to our MCs, surely that puts it more into the current timeline than it did before.
How long has that fish monster been around though? That fish monster could be 20 years
all the
old.
monsters were drawn by him though. Yeah. And the fetuses in the weird creatures and all that sort of stuff.
Then you got and there's a frog girl that can climb up walls.
Yeah, she's cool.
And then there's like a girl with ESP that necked herself. That's haunting people now.
Dude,
the straight up Akira looking character.
Yeah, you need to watch that new episode, because it's just so many things happen in it, man.
All right.
So much happens, and I'm
so good.
I'm really actually holding myself back because I don't know what you've seen and what you haven't, and it's really hard to actually talk about it.
I like how the rules are spoiling now.
Yeah, I know, because you were like, I can't tell you about it now, and you caught up.
I really liked the slight minor setups that they do that pay off big later on, like the tomato farm, which also was growing weed, which then came into play massively in the next episode. But it was like such a non-thing in that previous episode. It was like a little throwaway,
they just chatted about it as a nonchalant kind of component.
I made the joke, and then it kind of like happened, and I was like, oh, okay. Wonder if that's going to be relevant later. Probably not.
It was.
Yeah, and really relevant and really smart.
The whole thing, just it's too smart for its own good.
It really is. It is probably. What are we? Yeah, I reckon probably. When did Chainsaw Man come out? It was like 2019 or something, wasn't it? Please say it was before 2020. I want to say that Heavenly Delusion is my favorite of the decade.
I want to say it. Chapters 2.
2018. Safe.
Yeah. 2018, because he had that 2-year gap.
Damn it. Dan to Dan started in 2021. Shit.
Speaking of pig fiction, man. Sorry. If you're not reading Dan to Dan, goddamn well read Dan to Dan.
Yeah. So good. I can't. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold off jumping into the manga for Heavenly Delusion after watching the next episode.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see out the season.
Yeah.
And then I'll read.
Are you gonna read from the start or read from the pickup?
I'll read from the start, because it'll be a quick read.
I kind of hope that it's like Blue Exorcist monthly releases where they got bigger chapters.
Yeah. I just want to see how brutal it is in the manga versus the anime as well.
I mean, it's pretty brutal in the anime as well.
Yeah.
I think we've got 5 more episodes before the season's out.
Okay.
I think it's slated for a 13 episode run.
12, 13.
What?
Okay, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're good. I'm doing numbers when I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's shift from absolute perfection to absolute tripe.
It is stinky.
As we head into our beloved segment of how much do we hate cheat skill?
Yep.
We hate it a lot.
It's bad. It's stinky.
And I did the unthinkable in saying that this has probably been the best episode so far of this particular series.
I mean, I thought last episode was pretty good. This one was like, oh god, tropes after tropes, and they started with the worst part of it, the humans world.
Yeah, the human world. Most of it was in the human world this time.
Not like 90% of it. I was like, this is garbage. And then he like sumos a bear. Not to mention, there's just
I don't
so
know.
much egregious titty, and it's all underage.
Normally watch that kind of stuff, but I actually skipped past it.
It was cringe.
I skipped it, and that's the thing. As soon as it started, I'm just like, I feel kind of uncomfortable watching this, and just sort of, which I don't normally, but this for some odd reason felt wrong because felt really forced, so forced.
Yeah. And they
like
did the whole tropey, like, I'm gonna sexually harass my friend in the bath.
Yes,
weird.
Great.
Surely that doesn't happen in Japan. I
wish.
To believe.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Also,
I wish they just left it to the guys' change room and just didn't look at the girls. I wish they'd left it in the guys because that was actually kind of a great moment. The way all the guys were
they were like, "What the hell are you?"
They're all getting like semis looking at this guy.
Also, like, he's not even attempting to be cautious about using his magic or his skills.
No, he's running around going
suplexing a bear, doing weird shit in front of everybody. It's just like there's no thought put behind this at all.
Not a single character questioned the fact that he's
none.
A 300-kilogram bear.
Not to mention blocked its like. I was ready for the teacher to get golden Carmelide, to be honest.
Face off.
Like this close. I was like, the pedo teacher was gonna die and it was gonna be gruesome and
no, not for this show. You can't have any character depth in this show. Everything has to be
shallow.
Yeah, shallow and stupid, and there is no chance in hell that a school would put students in a forest that has bears.
And no, actually, the only good part about this episode was the after they restrained the bear, the chairwoman's the chairman's daughter is like, I talked my dad into letting us adopt this bear as our security guard. And what? And if he attacks anyone again, we'll just eat his meat. And the bear understands in Japanese.
Japanese. And then
and he's just like sweat. Yeah. It's like, what is this show anymore?
And this is why at this point I'm just like, are they finally starting to lean into the parody? Are they finally starting to expose themselves as being something that is meant to be a complete dynamic shift from the tropes by taking them to the absolute maximum?
Absolutely not.
But it still appears like they've just forgotten who they are. I will admit
original. I don't know.
The animation in this episode felt a little bit more natural. There was less pans. There was more hand-drawn animation versus 3D. There was less lens flares. So it feels like they put a little bit more work into it for some reason. I don't know why. Every time they shift over to the fantasy world, everything feels really overused. They just keep reusing the same backgrounds and putting 3D animation in where it doesn't need to be. And I don't know. The stark contrast between them is...
I didn't really like anything
not even utilized
this episode.
properly.
Like, even the fantasy world side of it was kind of meh. And like, I'm sorry, an assassin just tried to kill you. You're friends with her, and now we're gonna go back to your house.
They play that card way too quick. Way too quick. That should have been a reveal like 3 or 4 episodes along. You know, when you think you've forgotten about that character, they turn back up again. That's when, not the direct next episode. And then
I was like, oh yeah, no, you fucked it.
Okay. Super trained assassin, and she tries to kill someone with a tree.
Well, what's the point of training?
Why wouldn't you just use the wires to kill the person instead of cutting down a tree?
Well, because then Knight
why
couldn't
wouldn't
save
you?
her. And then Yuya couldn't save. I hate that I know their names. And then Yuya wouldn't
What's
be
the
able
prince
to
guy's
like...
name? Akira. Akira's probably the only good thing about the show. Yeah.
That and the bear. I like the bear.
And the bear was fun.
The bear almost ended the show.
Weird nurse that just sort of pops up now and then. It's like the nurse is like 100% trope. That's just like 100%, not one dimension of a character in there. It's just like
0.5 dimension of a character.
Yeah.
Does she even have a name? She only appeared in so. In this the
last episode.
Episodes.
Yeah. No, she only appeared in the last episode, and she was such a shallow, empty trope that it's got to be a parody somewhere in there. We got to find something in here that determines it as being designed to be a shallow.
But it wasn't.
Someone's misread something. Surely enough. I got to read it.
Was it did we determine what they'd actually worked on previous? The
studio, or
the studio.
That's studio right. Yeah, no, we did done talk some about it. Decent stuff. Yeah.
No, they haven't. The only half decent thing that they've done is I'm a Spider, so what? Everything else is like Berserk second
2016.
season.
Man, these guys are what's with all these people who've worked on Berserk? The contrast coming out of them is just insane.
I don't know what this other thing is. TQ. They look like shorts, maybe. I'm not sure. And Copcraft, that also doesn't look.
Copcraft was great. I really liked Copcraft.
Was it? It's rated around the same as Berserk and only slightly below Isekai cheat skill. So
really,
it's hard to kind of
The story's good.
Was it 3D?
No.
Okay, because it looks kind of 3D in the picture that I'm.
Yeah, the poster is like got like a paint like finish to it, but it looks nothing like it.
Like that looks very it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's
a good story.
I think when did that come out? I think I remember. A little while back. Yeah, I think I wanted to look at it, but I never got around to it. Yeah, 2019. Okay.
Yeah. I think
I do remember hearing about it.
Is it on Netflix? Or no, I would have watched it on.
It was on Funimation, or probably would have been. What is it?
I would have watched
Mad Men. Would it have been on Mad Men before Anime Lab died?
No, I don't think. Oh, actually, it might have been. Yeah. Come to think of it, because I skipped over it for a little while, and then just picked it up randomly. And it's chock full of tropiness, but it's not a bad story. It's definitely a lot better than Cheat Skill.
We're meant to get 13 episodes of this crap too. How far into it are we? Is it almost done?
Season. It's like 8.
No.
Are we 8? something like that.
It's just ew.
I don't. Yeah, we're persevering, man. We're doing this.
Yeah, I know. We're 8
gonna
episodes
keep going.
in. Can't believe I've watched this for 8 weeks in a row.
You love it. You love hating it. This is the thing. Every time, because there are two things I love with this series. One is watching how bad it is. I can break it down. I can analyze it, and there's nothing more satisfying than watching something to hate.
Yeah.
Because you can learn a lot from that.
I'm sorry, but excuse me.
And two is all the comments at the bottom that make me laugh.
I forgot
so hard.
I wasn't sharing the screen. Read that comment, Logan.
This is
out
the
loud.
most captivating and heart jerking anime I have ever seen. Have you ever just sat down and wondered what you want to watch and aren't looking to watch something doesn't get you from the start? This anime solves the problem. First 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes is some depressing sad sack getting the shit kicked out of him. What?
I don't
good show,
know.
but the timeline, the art style, and the overall plot is good. Really? People's standards are so low. And I tell you what, I don't watch this show on Crunchyroll just out of spite. And the comments on here are so vastly different to what you see in the high seas. The high seas, people are talking like us. They're just like, I'm coming back and watching this show because it's just so stupid.
Excuse me? No.
Yeah. Oh, there was a guy that was having a bit of a joke on the comments, and he's like, this is peak animation. Man, there was like 30 comments of rage directly underneath it. Oh, it was hilarious.
Oh man. I mean, if it didn't come out well and truly before ChatGPT came out, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
But
that's hilarious. What a terrible show. If you want something to hate, watch it. If you just want to spend quality time watching anime, don't ever watch it. It's just
do us all a favor and watch or read Heavenly's Illusions, because that shit is
good. That is beautiful.
And it's not being talked about enough.
I feel like it's not. I feel like it's been skipped over, and I think that's mainly because of Disney's purchase. They've kind of hidden it in the background, and they haven't let it have its proper debut. They should be pushing that thing out in the front.
Yeah.
They are dropping a lot of money into anime, though.
Are they doing anything?
They're doing season 2 of Visions.
Oh, yes, I did hear about that, actually.
Studio Mia is doing a few episodes, I think. And they are looking great.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They picked up Bleach as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, they've got Black Rock Shooter as well.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I still haven't actually picked up a Disney Plus subscription yet. They have too much money. They own everything.
I know.
I kind of want to watch. Have you watched the Tatami Time Machine?
No.
That looks pretty cool.
The animation looks nice. Might give it a bit. I might have a buzz through all the anime that's on there and actually see what's going on. There was another one that's the other one I started watching. And it's interesting. Like time travel, time loop, interesting.
Okay.
Murder
I have heard good things about it.
Yeah.
I would imagine, I haven't seen anything. I remember hearing about it, but I would imagine that Black Rock Shooter is going to look fantastic. Is it going to be 3D though?
It's incomprehensible.
No! Man, that it straight up in the nostalgia for me though. Black Rock Shooter is.
I get it, but you know, Black Rock Shooter is just like someone drew a pretty image that everybody liked, and someone went, let's make a story about that, and they made one of the most incomprehensible stories on this planet, and it's become an anime. It's
well, there's a game as well that was, I think, on the
I know.
PSP.
It's like taking Nier Automata and making it more confusing. Because that shit already confusing. Yeah. So I honestly I wouldn't recommend it, but it's up to you.
That's right. The dude from Supercell was inspired by the illustration and did a song, and then there was like the basically an OVA music video back in 2010. Wow, I am old.
Yeah, it goes back. It's got history. It's got history. Hey, Ollie.
It's baffling that it's. I didn't actually know there was a series in 2012. I think I actually missed that. Yeah, it's wild that they brought it back last year though.
It's because it's money in the bank. Because it's hitting people in the nostalgia pants, and you know that's what they're aiming for. The pants. But I will not be convinced. So, the nostalgia pants.
Have you seen the newest?
Newest?
Yeah, the Black Rock Shooter Downfall.
No, I think I put it on for like 30 seconds and went, no, not again. Not again.
Logan's got PTSD.
I think I might from this one because it's one of those super pretty. It's just all visuals. There's no content. There's no actual structure. There's no reason to watch it unless you just want to watch pretty images across the screen.
But that's your whole thing, dude.
No, I like actual content.
You were talking about Sakuga at the start of this video.
Yeah, but I don't need 30 minutes of Sakuga.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Oh,
no, I don't.
Tokyo Revengers is on Disney Plus now? Or is that regional, maybe? Because I thought that was Crunchyroll. Yeah, no, it is still on Crunchyroll.
That's right.
Weird. That's right. Maybe it's a regional thing. Maybe America has it on Disney Plus or something.
Anyway.
Sorry, get distracted again.
We are. We're
but
done.
I think that's probably that's us. That's us for today.
That's us. We've finished complaining.
Yeah.
For the day.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a sponsorship deal from the House of Mouse. Even if they just give us a free subscription,
money's money.
That'd be okay. That's right.
Free subscription. You talk about us on the internet and we'll give you a subscription. That's how we work.
That's right.
We'll pay you in mouse credits.
I will. I'm saying it now. I will 110% sell out if anyone wants to.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for in the end, isn't it?
Alrighty,
For the love
guys.
of manga? No.
Absolutely. Wow.
You balance it out.
Both things can be true.
Yes, this is true. This is true. We can maintain passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, if Crunchyroll wants to sponsor us for Cheat Skill, they won't. We've been shit on it for far too long.
I would shoot them down so quick.
I'd be
no
like,
chance in
sure,
hell I
but
would say
I'm
anything
not.
good.
I'm not changing my stance about it.
No, the point of view is not changing.
We'll keep talking about it, but
not going to be pretty.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. This has been us for episode 46. Please roundhouse that subscribe button. That's what it's called. Right in the throat.
Yeah.
Pulverize it. Crush its larynx. Choke the life out of it with your feet. And we'll see you next week. I've been Brad.
I've been Logan.